Now, our next story, we're talking about Jalango, and he's reflecting on the events that happened earlier on this week. Now, we had Nyeri governor during a funeral address the people who had attended the funeral in vernacular, and he said, you know, Raila has passed on, God did. And then on top of that, he said that now at least resources can now be allocated to people of the mountain as opposed to being taken elsewhere, because Raila apparently was the one, you know, being given most resources, which is a very weird thing to say about somebody who was passed at another person's funeral. Now, yesterday we saw how the consequences came up because the Council of Governors came together for a meeting and he actually had to step down as the vice chair for the Council of Governors. Yani mtu ako na cheo hivo, anaongea like that. Had to step down from his role as vice chair of the Council of Governors. On top of that, I have seen MCAs from his area putting in petitions for him to step down as governor of Nyeri County, and I get it. I totally get it. Another person who has come out to talk about the same has been Jalang, who is Member of Parliament for Langata, and he says that the nonsense of politicians talking about or using political divide is very, very crazy. He said that he quoted a friend, or gave reference to his friend who is from the mountain and does not care that I come from the lakeside. I don't even care that he comes from the mountain. All I know is that is my blood. And then he also, you know, told us about how a lot of Rwandese don't think of Kenya as a place of tribal divide, but rather a place of freedom. They actually call it the land of freedom because Rwandese moved to Kenya. We are peaceful, the economy is thriving, even people are struggling. As in, if you look at Kenya, African countries, Kenya is doing very well by far. We have seen countries that are dealing with war, extreme poverty. But as with all of our struggles, we're doing pretty well. So instead of focusing on tribal or tribal divide, Akina Grigiji, y'all need to put down that rhetoric. Either you come to the people with actual policies, with things you know, like what do you stand for as a politician, rather than use politics as getting into office. You have to be more than your tribe at this point. Our generation is not standing for it. Other people also not standing for it. So y'all just need to do better.
Absolutely, 100% yes. As we said yesterday, weaponizing tribalism and using that as your sort of running slogan is not going to suffice anymore, because people are smarter, and even more importantly, the people that you are addressing are a very small demographic of what the voters are looking for right now. 75% of our country is youth and women, okay? 51% of our country is women. And these are people who are focused on what are you going to do for me, okay? True. What are you going to do for me to better my life right now, okay? So I feel like the voter demographic is also shifting. And in as much as it is shifting, the people that they used to address, the older people, the, what do you call them? Boomers. Boomers are no longer the voting class. They're no longer the majority when it comes to voting. And therefore that system is abolished. You need to move with the times, right? Use better methods. These are not going to work anymore. And the moment people come up to anakuwa cancelled for small things like putting their toes in their wife's mouth, whom do you think you are? Utakuwa cancelled very quickly. Kenyans are very quick to cancel people now.